Greetings from the other side of the glass pane, and welcome to my first video on this channel. Here I've donned my flesh suit to be more decent, and I'm unboxing my first ever SmartDoll. Look at these little booties, aren't they cute? And her wig, of course, a fiery red color, beautiful. And the little dress/long shirt I bought for her, so she's not entirely naked. And the little stand and a little postcard. Now to the main event. Here she is. It's the SmartDoll in Visage. I'll change her name later on, but I will reveal that later. Ah, the bubble wrap. It seems oddly familiar. Anyway, here I'm just testing out her articulation. The arms are very nicely articulated, but the legs leave a little to be desired. Both the hips and knees only bend 90 degrees. And now let's try and put on her wig. It was a little hard, and it's on a little wrong since she has a middle part in this part of the video. But later on I changed it, so she has a side part. And now I'm gonna try and put on the shirt. It's a little hard since you've got to remove both the head and the arms and then somehow stuff the arms in through the armholes, well, the sleeves. Let's put her hands and her head back on her body. And now it's time for the reveal. I've named her Isolde Azalea. I just think it's a neat name. The Azalea part is supposed to invoke her fiery red hair. Isolde is just a cool name, I think. And now, this is the part of the video where I try my hand at sewing. And you should take it as a precautionary tale not to do what I do. Well, maybe the first technique here is actually good enough, but I just didn't do it very well. This is the wrapping your subject in plastic wrap technique and then covering it in masking tape. And then you draw out whatever pattern you're thinking that you want to make. And that's what I'm trying to do here. And even with this human passing flesh suit on, it's a little hard to make everything symmetrical and the way you like it. I tried to make these very stylish darts for the side of the shirt, or the top really, but it didn't really pan out too well in the end. And here I'm tracing it onto the fabric. And here, of course, I'm cutting it out as the next step. And the little dot here, I needed two of, so I folded it over the fabric and cut it out. So I have two. Since there's really no front and back side of this fabric, I'm just pinning it together as I see fit. So here are the dots pinned on the front. I skipped ahead a little here because the dots are already on the top, so I'm just sewing in the back seam now. And yeah, this is the time where I tried on Isolde. So off with the really awkward dress again. First the arms, or first the hands, then the arms. Well, first the head actually, and then the hands and arms. And off with the torso too, and now on with the new top. It didn't come out like very well. You can see the one dot on the side puckers out a little bit. So yeah, let's go on to the next attempt. Here is a non-stretchy cotton fabric. The first one was a very stretchy jersey kind of fabric. So it's literally just the same steps as before. And this time, to have just a bit more control, I'm sewing it by hand. And I'm not really aware of what stitch I used, and I'm clearly also, oh, my little helper. I'm clearly also not very good at keeping my hands in frame. But aside from that, yeah, I don't know what stitch type I used. Just something very basic, I suppose. And here I'm just putting it on the doll again. Or isolde, I should say. Just to gauge out how long I want the skirt. And yeah, I'm clearly not going about this in a very professional manner. I just kind of want some experience, and I just want it kind of quickly and very crudely. So yeah, I'm just trying to gather this fabric together very quickly. And then after that, I'm trying to pin it on the bodice of the dress. Not really trying to make sure that the folds are very nicely distributed. So yeah, it comes out not looking very great. But you gotta start somewhere, right? Well, that's the excuse I tell myself at least. And that was the back seam, and now I turn it inside out. Back to trying it on Isolde. In the meantime, I had put the shred back on her. See if it fits. Since the fabric wasn't very stretchy, or stretchy at all, I couldn't really get it over the bust, so I had to take it off and squish it till it managed to get down over the thingies. Let's assemble her again and have some beauty shots. It comes off as a very amateur first attempt, as it is. But anyways, thank you for watching this first video of mine. Stay tuned for even more videos where I actually buy a pattern and sew some clothes from that. Bye!